Hello, hello.
Hello?
My God, Discord. What the hell is this? How's it going, man? It's been a while.
I'm good. Are you?
You good? Yeah. I mean, as much as life allows me to be good, yeah. I guess so. Could be better, but I'm still here. I'm still living, right? Trying to keep it together as much as I can. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I would say so
Mm.
as well. Well, it's kind of shit in the bed right now.
Put this shit in the bed?
My internet. My internet is shit in the bed.
Ah.
It's been all over the place this week, which kind of fucking sucks. But yeah, um, nothing has changed since you left on your journey of just not playing MVM. So
I was playing Warframe.
oh, Warframe. Oh, I got a friend who had like oh god, I don't know how many thousand hours in there too. You enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm over 1000 as well at this point.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna actually look, so I don't fucking lie to you. I don't think he's played in a while, but it was like his main game where he fucking just farmed the shit out of.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only game I've been playing.
2,628 hours is what he has in it.
No.
And I never got into it. Even though it's also kind of like PvE in a way.
It's just a super cool game.
Yeah.
And an amazing community. And the biggest difference between Warframe and TF2 is probably the devs care a lot.
Okay. I literally know absolutely nothing about it, other than there's a bunch of shit in it that you can craft suit-wise, and some eggs, something, I think.
Somewhat.
Eggs, or something you can like
There's a
hatch or
dude.
whatever. I don't know.
And there's a dude called Angst that you can kill.
Oh, maybe I'm just talking out my ass. It feels like I was told something about this before, but yeah, I don't know.
I also
Yeah,
updated my HUD because it was giving errors.
update your HUD. I mean, there's been some TF2 updates, so it might, you know, not work as well without any
That went
updates.
from version 5.4 to like 7 point something.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's been a
Oops.
while, right?
Oh yeah.
But I'm happy to tell you that I still haven't gotten a golden pan.
Oh. Still no
Right.
Overwatch gameplay.
No.
By the time you have a fan, Overwatch 3 will be a thing.
But if you can tell by my name, I might just have a curse attached to myself that might just give you shitty loot. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really have changed any. It doesn't change anything from how it was before. Because your luck in this game mode is even more shit than mine. Ah.
Well, you may or may not have noticed, but there was a couple of weeks ago, I was like offline for almost a month.
Oh, were you? No, I didn't actually notice because I don't really look that much on Discord. Friends
Yeah.
stuff anyway.
I was offline this time. I was occasionally online on Discord because I went to Japan.
Oh, you did? Wow, nice.
Mhm.
You were a whole month or what?
3 weeks and a half.
Damn, man.
So I've got no more holidays for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that was your whole holiday just blown on it.
Yep.
Were you just one place or were you all over the place?
We stayed in 10 different hotels.
Like, all over the place, basically. A piece of
Yeah, pretty
everywhere.
much.
It's cool. How was the sentiment towards foreigners? I know there's been some controversial shit with IRL streamers over there.
Honestly, we only noticed it once. And that was when we had to take the bullet train. We had reserved seats.
Mm-hmm.
And so did some Japanese people. Elderly Japanese people.
Okay.
And when you reserve a seat, even though the rest of the train, whatever cabin thing is empty, you have to sit on the seat you reserve. And they were
You have
not
to.
happy that they had to sit next to foreigners.
Oh, okay. So that's the angle. Alright.
But they don't really say it. And if they say, well, I don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's if it's older people, they see it a little bit more problematic, right? Than maybe younger people, the younger generation.
Usually no one really cares. It's like, eh, I'm spending money in my shop, who cares who you are?
Yeah, well, that's a
The thing
different thing,
even-
but
Yeah, okay. But like, even though...
because you're paying for their shit, right? So.
Yeah, but like, even though you're a tourist in a foreign country compared to like tourists coming to Germany or Belgium, everyone is like really polite towards...
I mean, that's kind of a
locals.
staple of the Japanese, right? They're kind of too polite in a way.
No, it
probably shouldn't be
but,
in
like,
some
the
certain
foreigners as well.
situations.
They really try to not be a disturbance. You have the occasional dipshit that's like being really loud on the train, but
Probably Americans.
I think it was
I think the tourists, when it comes to tourists, the Americans are just the worst.
Yeah.
Because the whole like demeanor in a way, no offense to all the Americans around here, but it's kind of like loud. They're kind of known for being loud. Right? Like if
We're also loud.
if you, yeah, still.
And they were for some reason Australians and Germans were always in big groups.
I mean, it makes sense. They kind of stick together. Right?
That's like, I don't know.
Probably with a guide, most likely, I would say.
Yeah, we had 2 days with guides, but listeners, it was just the guide and me and my friend. So it was chill.
Cool. You have any interesting experiences that we would say, wow, I didn't expect that or something? Something like that?
Well, the flight was interesting.
Or flight to Japan?
Not
Or...
in a good way, but...
Okay.
So the friend that was traveling with me, it was his first time flying.
Okay.
He's not...
Didn't take well to it? Okay, yeah.
And on those long flights you get food as well. Yeah. And like
Yeah, I mean,
3
it's
in the
different, right?
morning-
The air pressure and everything kind of makes it a little bit different all over the place, in a way.
Yeah, my tummy wasn't really all too well with the food, but it's like, it's fine. But his
I
tummy...
mean, I can't really
was
say, I've never
like,
been on a plane before. I know I don't do well on boats for like prolonged time. I'll probably get used to it, but it's also been a while, so I don't know. Maybe it was just the unusual movement of it that threw me off that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
I can
you
understand that.
people.
First time experiencing the flight, I just take it out of you.
But did he have to puke on people? I don't know.
Oh, he puked on people?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you didn't say that. You just said it was a bad. He was like not taking well to the flight. You didn't say that he fucking puked on people. Are there any bags for this?
Yeah. And there's like an introduction video on the screen in front of you that shows everything. You just didn't look at it, I guess.
Okay.
And the reason.
So the mess was on somebody
happening
else.
is
Okay.
The first thing I hear it was French, but mon nouveau tenue.
Okay.
I look over and there was.
Well, I guess he ruined that person's fucking day.
Yeah. Then there was a Japanese person who got a bit of a little bit on the shoulder, and he was just laughing his ass off.
I mean, it's probably not something you want, but if it ultimately happens, like, even if you get mad, it doesn't really change much at the end of the day, right? It still happened.
Otherwise, otherwise it was amazing. We went to the maid cafe because.
What was the weather? What time were you there? A month ago? March?
We went from March 13th till April 5th.
Oh shit, it's not even in.
Probably one of my favorite things was the snow monkeys.
What?
The snow monkeys.
Oh, the snow monkey. Oh, you were like a hot spring area where they were like bathing in them or something?
Yeah, the area where they have a hot spring that they go into.
That's cool. I've seen that before on TV or YouTube or something. Where they're just chilling while like a bunch of tourists just stare at them taking a bath basically.
Yeah, when we were there, not a single one was in it. Then one wanted to go in, and another one just pulled them out. We had one thing that was like kind of strange, I guess, was they have shops next to each other, and I mean, at least over here, and probably in Germany as well. When you're in more
They're just selling the same shit or what?
Area. Well, the thing is, one shop you could spend like $10,000 on a watch, and the shop next to it you could buy porn.
Okay. So it's random as fuck.
Yeah.
They have like no distinction, like there's a place for this part.
No.
And then in this section of the street you have maybe more of that. You know?
At least the parts you could see from the outside were mostly censored.
Okay. That's still wild though.
And a lot of BL.
I mean,
Like a whole lot of it.
it's probably weird seeing it like this, but probably not as strange for them themselves. I mean, they have love hotels and everything too, right? Something you generally don't see over here at all.
They have a reason to have it.
Yeah, that's true too.
I don't want to hear my neighbor when they go at it. But
The
like,
more
the BL
more social
kind of stuff.
social like stuff is also a bit different there, right? It's just
Yeah.
not as appropriate to maybe do it that way, unless there's a specific place for it.
But also like the view. I don't know if you have seen BL covers and shit like that. From our point of view, it looked aimed towards men, and over there it's purely marketed towards women, and they love it.
Yeah, they have like host clubs and shit, right?
Yeah.
As well. It's kind of, how do you say? I mean, it's just a different culture.
In that
right?
area, and it's like you notice when you enter the area because the dudes are starting to look crazy hot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, ha. And usually you notice when the girl is the one paying because compared to the dudes, I'm sorry, but they look better.
So you're saying it doesn't fit, right? Like they wouldn't do it without being paid?
Yeah. But the other way around, exactly the same.
Yeah. I mean, that's normal, right? It's just a job there. And it's not like they're just doing it for the money either. They probably enjoy it too, to some extent.
It depends. Some areas are more run by the non-legit companies.
Okay, more shady.
Yeah, and then you
Yes.
kind of notice it that they have no fun whatsoever. But like, it's the same over here in certain jobs. The maid cafe was a unique experience. Range being needed that you're the master.
I mean, there's some stuff over there that kind of probably really weird, like maid cafes or something. I don't know if I would generally feel like comfortable the way they maybe address you in some of these locations as well. Like some of these have a certain, I don't know, flair, right?
Mm-hmm. But it's just fun. It's strange but fun.
You were more in like bigger towns, cities?
What?
Like bigger towns or cities? Or you also have some more
So
small town vibes?
in Tokyo, which was like, I'm not from the city, and even though I've been to our cities, it's like, damn, that's the
So-
difference.
Yeah, that's definitely a difference. Can tell for sure.
It's like
This is something where I would
easy.
too easy.
Yeah. When you have to
Like-
go somewhere, the trains or the metro or whatever.
Or you wanna fucking wait like 3 hours or what?
Yeah, they have like every couple of minutes there's one.
Yeah, that's pretty normal, I guess.
At least in the big cities. Then there's also
Yeah.
like the convenience stores, super easy. If you need
Yeah.
something at like midnight, just
Yeah, I
go
was
in
gonna say,
and-
they have like 24/7 service, right?
Whoops. The automatic.
Ah, you killed the man with reflect. So proud of you.
So yeah, when we had like, so the first day we arrived, by the time we checked in at the hotel and shit, it was like 8:39ish. But the area where we were in, not a lot of the restaurants were open anymore. So I went to McDonald's.
Go to the toilet.
Yeah. I had the what's the thing called?
What?
A burger that you only could get there. McDonald's
Yeah.
over there is so much better.
I mean, I think McDonald's is better everywhere but where it actually originated from. Which is kind of funny, right? If you think about it. US food, chain, and the food is better everywhere else but in the US.
And then we had... But the first hotel we had was really close to the Shioji temple. One of the
How is that?
ones in
They have like the contrast is kind of crazy, right? You have like some business building, then you have some temple right next to it.
basically, yeah. And between normal buildings you have a temple. Well, that was the thing. You have like a lot of small shrines and shit. Like on
Yeah, they have like
one
tons
street
of
you could
shrines.
have like one teeny tiny shrine or torii gate or something random. And there's like hundreds, thousands of them. That's also a thing. Religion is big over there.
Yeah.
But it's not like you have to do this, do that. It's like, it's pretty chill. And they know how to
Small.
market their stuff.
I mean, for sure.
One thing I
On
didn't
every
know,
aspect, really.
on temples and stuff, you have like those light things.
Mm.
They're like made out of paper, I think, or something like that. They usually have kanji on them, but it's mostly just company names
Okay.
because they sponsor it. And I was like, ha, didn't know. Same with there's like this torii gates path where there's like thousands of them. Every single one is a company buys it to have their name on it, and then it's placed there for a couple of years. Well, one thing that kinda annoyed me when they ask you, because on a lot of things they ask you where you're from for some kind of survey, and when they hear Belgium, it's like, chocolate. And sometimes they go into like small talk, and then I'm like, yeah, and beer as well, eh? Beer, Germany.
Yeah, Belgium.
Damn it.
Where is that again, right? Is that like Netherlands, right? Netherlands, Germany, something? Yeah.
Yes, a lot of them know where Belgium is.
I mean,
Surprisingly.
I would assume so. Probably not the first Belgian in Tokyo or in Japan.
No,
Surely
but
they-
geographically they usually know
mean-
where it is, which is kind of surprising because of I've gone to European countries that a lot of people don't know where Belgium is because it's so small.
Really? In Europe? I mean, surely Europe would know where something is in Europe.
Yeah,
At least in Central Europe, I couldn't really tell you like more in the eastern section where every little fucking thing really lands properly, but
well, if you're European and you don't know where Belgium is, I mean, did you not learn about the World Wars? That's like one of the main countries. in
yeah, that's kind of big, right? That should be in there somewhere.
it. Yeah. We did when we were in Tokyo. We did the Tokyo Skytree.
Yeah, you go up there.
So you have like two stages of it. The tower is 400 meters high, and you can go up to 350, or you can pay more. That you can go up to the full 400 meters. We went all the way up, and the 350 meter mark. It's a nice view, but it's normal, I guess. And once you go up to 400 meters, it was full of Boku no Hero.
Okay.
So apparently the upper floor, depending on who plays, I guess, it gets branded to an anime most of the time, I think.
We have a lot of branding over there. Whatever's
Oh, yeah.
currently popular or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, random in stations and shit. we suddenly saw Hololive as well.
Yeah. I mean, they had even. When was that? They had like some NBA game or whatever. With One Piece or something crossover, which is kind of strange for the US. If you think about it.
I didn't know about the One Piece one.
I just
But
heard
you're
about it.
big
I'm not
into
really
baseball.
interested in
The day we
basketball.
went to the Tokyo Skytree, there was an event for the LA Dodgers. I was now over.
Yeah. Kinda crazy. Like it's so opposite of what it actually is to each other.
And then we went to
Yeah.
Pokemon centers as well. Very cool to just
Oh.
look at the massive statues they have. But that's about it. It was so crowded in all of them that if you wanted to buy something, you have to like line up 45 minutes to an hour to
Damn.
be able to pay.
It's like going to an amusement park, waiting in line for 2 hours for a 10-minute ride.
We did that. We went to Akihabara, obviously. That's where we did the maid cafe.
Probably a place you should be visiting when you're going to Tokyo, right?
Yeah, it was like a 10-minute train ride from the hotel.
In Kyoto as well.
Yeah, we did Kyoto for 5 days as well. Kyoto was less interesting. It's more history and culture, but like we did most of the things a bit too fast, I think. We had like a lot of downtime, which wasn't too bad since that was one of the last places we did, and our feet were destroyed. Because usually I do like 25 kilometers a week. Because I have a job where I sit all day.
Okay.
And
You're not
over
used to
there
it,
we did-
basically.
over there we did over 100 a week.
Damn. That is 20, like, 20 a day away.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not used to it, yeah.
Yeah. And then the dude I was traveling with, he was in worse condition and
Thanks a lot, Pyro.
So every time we were on the train, for longer than like 5 to 10 minutes, he was sleeping. So I was always the guy that had to be away. Let's see where we had to get off, usually. One thing that was strange, well, strange, not really that strange, but in Akihabara, the stores are usually just, instead of one big floor, 8 floors for the big stores. But we had one store that first floor full of anime, manga, whatever. There was like no indication whatsoever. We go up the stairs, bam, an entire floor of porn.
I mean, it is kind of a big thing over there, right? Just have it appear out of nowhere. Whereas over here, you occasionally see like one shop, maybe in some fucking street corner or something.
Yeah. It's like, but even then, over here, you barely see any DVDs left. It was like.
I mean, I think that's more of a public display kind of problem. Right?
Then I was like, okay, let's skip this floor, let's go up. Another floor full of it. It's like, okay, back down we go. There was another store in Akihabara. Where there was, when you were at the stairs, there was indication. Yeah. There was indication that the next floor was 18 plus, but there was also an elevator in the store that had no indication. And we saw a photo with two very young kids enter the elevator.
To what?
Like, oh boy.
What was the elevator?
In this, at the stairs there was clear indication that once you go up, it's 18 plus. The elevator had no indication whatsoever. So yeah, the kids were probably surprised.
Please stop outlasting.
And the food is amazing.
That's probably one of the things that I would love to try over there. Even if it sounds weird, probably try it at least once.
Yeah, most of the money I spent was on food. And of course we tried Wagyu beef. Amazing. Unagi is probably my favorite dish. Unagi or Wagyu beef, one of the two.
I'm not really big on meat myself, but trying it for sure. I could.
Yeah, it just melts. Then we also did USJ later in the holiday. That's where we lined up a couple of hours for some attractions. Especially the Mario Land area, Nintendo part of the park is crazy crowded.
Yeah, imagine. It's kind of like Disney World over here, maybe?
Yeah, but it's like a tiny part of the park is only dedicated to that. It's not the entire thing. So it's like everybody wants to see that area.
Yeah, okay. It's small, but everyone wants to go.
Yeah. And then it was so the way the tickets work, you buy a ticket to enter USJ itself, and then you can buy extra tickets so you can skip lines, but those only apply to certain attractions. And usually it's like it's $100 for the ticket, and that day we went, and then it was like more than double to get like the extra ticket, but they were all sold out. So once you enter the park, you validate your ticket on the app, and then you can quickly try to reserve an entry ticket to enter the Nintendo park. And then you have a time slot when you can enter. And once you're in, you can stay in there as long as you want. But once you're out, you cannot go back in.
Yeah. Very precise.
Yeah. And that's where there was also what's that dino thing called again? Jurassic Park area.
Yeah.
Which the lines were very short, even though the attractions were like way more fun, personally, than the Nintendo park. There was also Harry Potter is still so big over there.
Really?
Yeah, they have a castle, and they have an entire area dedicated to it. And the godforsaken minions.
Oh god. Well, they're everywhere, really, so what can we really do about it?
Yeah, but nah, it's like insane over there.
Kind of fits in with the culture, I guess, of like mascot character in a way.
I guess, but they have, come on, they have Mario. It's like,
I mean, that's not really the same, right?
Yeah, and he's a little bit more interesting than
Take to not a Minions fan.
a yellow thing that goes.
I mean, it's kind of innocent enough for children, right? But would I want to watch every movie in a row, or just decorate my room full of it? Probably not.
I watched the first one. It was okay. No, I also played I felt obligated to do at least one crane machine
And
So I did
did
it.
you win?
Yeah.
Wow. Dude.
It cost me 1,500 yen to get the prize, and
that
I
like
could buy the thing
12
that I won for
euros?
like a little less.
Oh.
And I could buy the thing that I won for like 2,000 to 2,500. So it's like, yeah.
Okay, well that's still a net positive.
Yeah. And then my friend also tried one a lot later on, somewhere else, and he spent like 10,000
Yikes.
on
Okay.
the acryl thingy. And after like 8,000 ish, he was like, "You try it," and then yeah, I won the prize eventually.
I mean, there's a trick to it as well. You have an idea of how and where and what.
Yeah, because I won the prize for him in like 1,500 as well. He was just really bad at it. Because it was one of those machines when you press that it goes down and you press again, it stops and grabs it. The amount of times he grabbed just air because he pressed it way too early. He's like,
Oh yeah, okay. Just not the right timing for it to actually do the thing that you
Yeah.
wanted to do.
but there was at least one, I guess, positive to it. When you entered 600 yen at once in the machine and you showed it to the dude working there, walking around, you got like a small thingy. So he has like a lot of them. Oi. One thing that kind of sucks. Oh boy, I'm dead. There's a lot of second-hand shops, and especially in the more touristy areas, they are so overpriced.
But second-hand shops,
Yeah,
they're overpriced. I think the opposite was the case.
in the non-touristy areas, they were fair, cheap.
So they're more like tourist scam.
Yeah, especially the figures were super overpriced, and like in Akihabara, most stores were like crazy overpriced when you wanted to buy secondhand. Some were just like limited rare editions, so it's like fair enough. But like one that I
Is
bought,
it really? At the end of the day?
some were actually because I wanted to buy them at some point, so I knew they were limited edition. But like ones that I bought for 50 euros, I could buy over there for 200.
Yeah, it's just a mock-up of fucking 4 times. Cool.
This is where they come from. It should be cheaper.
How does that work, right? Doesn't. They ship it all the way across the fucking globe and it's a fraction, 25% of the price.
Is I buy mostly HoloLive figures.
Ah, I'm one of those, I see.
Yeah, I'm one of those.
That's good.
Usually you have to pre-order and they do a production run, and then you have, if you didn't get it, you have to hope they do a new production run eventually. So there is a limited stock of it.
Artificial limitation, yeah.
I mean, don't want to produce just way too much. And when the runs are over, I guess people that bought them try to sell them for like 4 times the price.
So it's more like a scalping problem. Remember, look at the pyro, motherfucker!
Because I checked on the site that I buy them with Arconio, this Belgian company that imports them, I guess. You pay a little bit more, store, but you don't have to do import duties and shit.
Mm.
And I could still buy it on Arconia for like 50 to 60 bucks. I was like, come on.
Hmm. I guess you just gotta know where to go and what to look out for.
Yeah, but we found one store that had second hand, and they were like really good priced, next to a
See?
store that was like insanely expensive. So that's where I bought all of my figures.
Some people trying to grift in a way, I guess.
I don't know. It's just like when you think about the Weep town, it's Akihabara, so it makes sense that you find it over there. But I also googled it, and apparently it's only pretty recently that they've changed that much. We also went to Melon Books. Don't know if you don't know that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Site, anyway.
Ah. Then yeah, I just went to the stores. Like half of the store is like just fan art books.
Mm-hmm.
The other half is adult content.
Yeah.
I bought in the fan art area some. You
Mhm.
never guess.
Yeah. I mean, I get you. Yeah, that fan art. Yeah.
And I actually bought the fan art area, but you'll never guess from what.
I probably never will. Yeah, that's right.
It was Hololive.
That thing that you mentioned like 2 minutes ago.
I
Okay.
did buy one doujin. Not that I can read it, but.
I was gonna say, wait, why? I mean, you can use an app translated.
Yeah, that's. Come on.
No, it's not the same, right?
Why bother? Find the translation somewhere.
True. It's more like a souvenir, I guess. Other
Yeah.
than you
Not one that I can give away.
able to read it. That's not what I want. I want to spray. That's the wrong button.
We also did 2 hotels that were like more traditional style. I don't have movement speed. So we slept on the floor. It's kind of amazing. I do prefer hard mattresses, so it's pretty much the same, only a bit harder.
Let's go.
I also did the hot springs, the public baths.
Oh yeah. Mm.
I'm not a
Not a fan.
enjoy the baths, but it's like weird baiting with other dudes.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of.
But we had one hotel. Where
Wait.
they had a
Since we're at the bath thing, how are the toilets? How are the toilets?
How I tried it.
The toilets. How are the toilets?
I only had the ones with bidets. Very occasionally, you can still find the ones in the ground.
Ah, those the old school ones. Okay. Yeah,
Luckily,
that's-
didn't have to use those.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would probably be apprehensive about trying that over, you know, the high tech fucking musical spring toilet thing.
At first, I was like, don't know if I'm a fan of bidets. Then I was back over here, it's like, fuck, I want one.
I've heard that before. I've felt that before. People are like, I don't know about bidets, but then when they tried it and then they go back to what they had before, they were all like, kind of want the bidet again, you know?
Yeah. One thing that was like, most of them have heated seats. Well, pretty much all of them. We did. So I'll go back to the hotel with an open bath for a second. So we had a hotel where you had an area inside and an area outside. And I went in pretty late, and I was the only one in there. And I went to the outside area. Inside bathing is too hot for me. I can only stay in it for like 5 to 10 minutes.
They have it really hot though, right? It's not like
40 plus degrees.
Yeah. If you're not used to it, it's probably really.
But if you can use the outside baths, it's like pretty nice because it's a lot cooler above the water. So I was laying in it and it was snowing.
I like how we have a lot of tours, but we're absolutely getting our ass handed to ourselves. It's great. Example number 1 for tools don't fucking mean shit. Or it's just bad timing.
I'm playing like, not really paying attention.
Yeah.
My friend didn't try the public baths.
God damn!
I was like, dude, I'll
Since
stay
you
in the
killed
room,
me.
just try it.
I think I'd generally be more interested in not really the big cities, but more like the smaller areas, the more nature-driven maybe.
Well, we did. So the hotel with the open air bath in the snow area was out in the middle of pretty much nowhere. It was region Sumago, I think was the city or the town, where you could do the samurai walk. Sounds badass. Oh yeah. It's a beautiful walk. You can do it. It's only like 7 kilometers, the one that we did, but damn, we were knackered because it was constantly uphill. Most people started at the other side, so they had an intense uphill start, and then it went downhill. I was like, didn't know. And somewhere around the in the middle-ish, we
Just molesting my shit. Stop it, man.
a small shop where we had some shaved ice. Also, kinda nice. One thing you, because we started in Tokyo, one thing you immediately miss when you go to the more outskirt areas is public transport. Not that good anymore.
Whoa. Yeah.
You mostly have to rely on buses, and well, we went when it was a pretty. That time is also when the trees go into full bloom. So it's a pretty touristy moment. So a lot of the times when you were waiting on the bus stops, the speaker goes on, "Sorry, bus is full, please take the next one." And then you had to wait half an hour until you had another one. So that was like, compared to the big cities, which are like super easy.
Yeah, I guess, but it's not really that big a deal. Right? It's the other side. You don't have to stand 45 minutes in a line waiting for some.
Well, most of the things we did in the cities, you didn't have to wait. Do we play this game? Sure, more jumping.
Bah.
The spies are here.
Boing. Oh yeah, it was well worth it. I'll definitely go again. Oh, we also did a pet cafe. It was with mini pigs.
Well, cool, you had a good time. I like it. Maybe one day I'll actually fucking get out of my fucking town as well. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the only place I really wanted to have visited. So, better do it now. While I'm still live at home.
Hmm.
Because the tickets are pretty expensive to fly.
Like I was just flying around. The fuck's given?
And just airplane ticket is a big part of the expense.
No, not the Sandy boss, though. Piece of shit.
One negative thing? Wait, we went to the deer park. Nara, deer park. It's obvious that it's just an attraction as well. Some of the animals look in a pretty terrible shape.
Kinda sucks, I guess.
Just some of them, their horns are cut off, but some were just way too short. But the ones that are in okay or good shape, that they come to you and bow for some food. Otherwise, I'm just still an IT guy, doing IT guy thing. Whee. And TV over there sucks.
Does it?
Yeah.
Is it mostly just... What is it mostly? Just advertising
Some of it
TV?
was difficult to even know what was going on.
You know they have like a bunch of weird TV shows and shit, right? Like game shows or whatever.
Yeah. When you have no clue what's going on, it's like, what?
Yeah.
What are they doing? Why is there text on the screen? Why is there a random dude in the corner reacting to everything? It's like, but we randomly turned on the TV once and there was like sumo going on. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
The
I
matches
would
are
love...
like
I don't even know
10 seconds and it's over.
if they still do. But I used to watch a lot of sumo shit when they shipped that on like TV in Germany. And some sports TV thing. But it was like, I don't know, 15 years ago or something.
We're under attack. Protect the facility. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There were also a lot of things that I wanted to buy but wouldn't fit in my luggage.
How's that? If you buy something, you have to go through like import, well, tax shit, whatever you call it. What's it called?
I honestly don't know. So when you leave the country, tourists are usually tax exempt. Depending on the store, there will be like tax exemption for if you go above a certain amount.
Yeah.
Other places you get the ticket, and in the mall there's like a place where they register it, and then you go through a process on an app where you can get the tax back. Been in the
Apps got went past. It was like 300 or something.
Oh god. But when you are at the airport again, they're like, did you use a tax exemption? And then they scan your passport. And there is an area where they do check your luggage once you are back in your country of origin. But we weren't checked whatsoever, so I have got no clue. You have to pay extra.
Maybe you got lucky.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Because I had some alcohol in my luggage, but I don't know.
Ah, yes. Smuggling.
Yeah, it was a bowl of gin.
Japanese gin.
No.
Why'd you buy them?
I mean, I guess it is. It's the whole life.
Oh, okay. So it was themed,
Yeah.
basically.
And the
Okay.
bottle looked very nice. I was like, ooh, I like. They also have a VTuber named Pecora, and there was Pecola.
I have no idea about this. Like,
It was
give me
Coca-Cola.
VTuber information, and I'm just as knowledgeable as if you were telling me about golf.
Ah, yes, birdie. I mean, it was just her name is Pecora, and they had Pecola. It's like nice wordplay. Like it. There was also Monster Hunter themed alcohol. But it didn't fall yet. Because it was wine. I don't like wine. One thing that I am now annoyed about is in the one of the hotels. I was like, what's the chance someone logged in on their Netflix and didn't log out?
Okay.
Someone was logged in, so I was like, ooh, nice, can watch some anime. The anime that's only available in Japan on Netflix only has Japanese subs.
I mean, only available. Right.
Yeah,
sure
but
there's-
like, it's an official way.
But it's Japanese. It doesn't have subtitles on it.
You could put Japanese subtitles on it.
Yeah, that helps you very much, I'm sure.
It's like them, but they have so much more options on their Netflix when it comes to anime. It's like, damn, I want it.
Well, the big anime gamer was fucking, what is it? Ah, shit, I can't remember.
Big anime game.
The big guy on like anime streaming. What was it? Crunchyroll?
Yeah, Crunchyroll. Yeah.
I thought they were big on that. How is it Netflix over?
I think Crunchyroll is only outside of Japan really used.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't watch any of this. Ain't got Netflix?
But it's like I already have a Netflix subscription, so it would be nice if it had anime on it that I wanted to watch as well.
Again, this like how much do you gain by just watching it but not really understanding it? I'm saying that knowing full well that I did the same thing
Well,
before
I didn't
myself.
watch it because
but-
I couldn't understand that.
well,
I was like, damn, well, why bother? I'll just watch it.
I mean, genuinely, you could probably still follow what's going on, but not to the fullest extent of it.
Kind of depends on what show you're watching. Good luck following a drama. This man.
Yeah. It's more
If it's a shonen, yeah, you can follow. Bad guy gets beat.
focused on actual stuff.
And that just shows how much of a pain in the ass that licensing is.
True.
It's not like I don't have a way to it.
But there's also so much of it. Like, how would you license all of it?
Yeah, but I mean, like, things like solo leveling are like the big thing at that moment because it was still releasing on a weekly basis.
Speaking of anime, how's the One Piece? I haven't
I
watched
don't
a single episode since I almost hit 1,000.
And then I'm not that much ahead of you. I think I'm like 30 or 50 episodes ahead of you then.
Wow. Is it like 1,300 by now?
A long time. But I've read.
I don't know what it is. I just can't get back into it. It's like it's just too much padding. It's way too much
Anime is
padding.
so
They should
bad,
just
the
fucking
manga is so
put it
much
on
better.
break for like a year or something, and then just fucking continue it. They don't have any fillers and shit, but
When I was watching the episode, I was watching it at what, 1.5 or 1.25 speed.
and then there's so much like not just general padding, but there's also so much repetition. Like you have like 5 minutes of what happened from the last episode.
Yeah.
Like, do you really have to do that?
Don't really mind if it's the first 5 minutes, but they like to like
This guy's
spread it
crazy.
across the episode. But they keep going back on stuff. It's like, I know, I watched it. I would prefer if they were like, yeah, we're not gonna do 20-minute episodes. Like, okay, thank you. I'd rather have shorter episodes than added ones that suck.
Oh, yeah, sent you the hint, so. Oh.
But the manga is good.
Well, that always says what actually is going on with it, so. I'm not carrying this up the center.
Another sentry buster has entered the area.
One thing though, did you watch Solo Leveling?
So the what?
Solo Leveling.
No. I haven't watched anything really.
Well,
What was the last thing I watched?
Simple
I
things.
think Chainsaw Man was the last thing I watched.
solo leveling is originally a manhwa, Korean, I think. But it's
So many
animated
things.
by a Japanese animation studio. So they have two versions of it.
Two
One
versions?
for Japan and one for the rest of the world.
What? Why?
Apparently Japan and Korea are best friends. So
Yeah, I get that, but
Korean
why do
flag
you...
or-
Like, what is so significantly different between both of these that you have to have separate versions?
They censored Korea. It was all Japanese themed instead of Korean.
That is kind of stupid.
Yeah. They also changed the names in the Japanese version. But they still have the worldwide version in Japanese with the original names as well. This one, I don't care. Watch that one.
It's like Americanization, just on your side of the continent, of the world. Where you
guess.
change
I
names
don't
to be more American sounding, where you have clearly characters that are not called Carl or some shit. Right? I don't know. It's kind of... When they change names, I just find it stupid. That character's not called that, right? Why not just fucking keep the names?
I mean, maybe it's a political thing where they just aren't allowed to
I don't
do
know.
certain things.
You gotta keep that out of it at some point, right? I would assume.
I don't know. I think you did. You ever watched Kakigurui?
Kaguru, yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, I watched both of these.
Yeah. So there's, I think, what is it, 3 seasons now? of the
Is
anime?
there? I didn't even know that! I just fucking watched 2 and then it's just like
Well, yeah.
a
the
black
third one is
hole and I
more
don't fucking know anything.
The first 2 are the only one that matter, honestly. The
So it's
third one
bad.
doesn't even have the main character.
I don't know how that works, but okay.
Yeah, and then it's just about other main characters that I don't care as much about. But they also have a live action one. And now they recently did a new live action one. But the American way. And it looks horrendous.
Kill them all. Everybody's dying down there. Also fun. I thought that soldier in the medic would have this, but I guess not. Shooting my Spencer. Stop it.
No.
No, they're killing it. They killed it. Fucking monsters. Ah! Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna tell you when I last watched something.
I haven't watched a lot either lately.
Alright,
Rewatching
I
Haikyuu
watched
again.
February 20th. I watched Tales of Cestiria, the Cross second season, because I played the games, so I wanted to see.
Yeah. I saw that you played them.
And that's pretty much it. Yeah, but I fucking hated both of the fucking games, but the games were better than the anime.
But you hated the games and the games were better.
Better than the anime, yeah. Than the story that
Oh.
the anime was trying to tell. Which is wild, right? Like, the story in the games was better, but the gameplay was ass. And then the story in the anime was ass.
But the animation was good?
I mean, what does that even do? You can have the best animation on the planet if the story just fucking blows. Like, what's that fucking...
Demon Slayer.
mean, really?
It's not that it's as it's just a story, but the animation. So good.
I mean, that's not getting me off the fucking couch, okay? That's not getting me to touch myself with the animation, just, you know, it's amazing. You can have that.
Amazing. It's at the best.
No, it's not. It most certainly is not. There's no way it is.
It's one of the best.
I mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't really say whether it is or not, but I'm just gonna say it isn't. It just sounds outrageously incorrect, if you will.
It's like season 3, I think, is where they went like, budget? What is that?
Have you ever seen any Fate Stay Night or Fate anything? UFO table animation. UFO table animation. Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
How does that compare?
But I would have to look up which show that I watched that was animated. People. Most of the shows that I watch these days are animated by the same studio that did Chainsaw.
Chainsaw? Isn't that... Oh fuck, what was that?
Yeah, I don't remember. it's the other studio that does a lot of the big shows these days.
I have to look it up. I'm not gonna be able to see it tonight. You know, the animation of Chainsaw Man was good, but it sucked, man. It absolutely sucked. You can't fucking tell me that it was great.
It was fine. But
Yeah, it was fine. It was passable. The characters are all dog shit. I don't know how many fucking people are jerking themselves off over them.
Because of the titty lady.
Yeah. I don't fucking care, okay? You can... You know how many fucking animes out there that have the titty lady?
No, High School DxD.
There's nothing special about that.
Whoa. High School DxD is special to me. It was my first... How do you pronounce it? Ecchi? Ecchi? I don't know.
Itchy.
And still one of my favorite Ecchi ones.
Yeah, I'll figure this out right now. Can't be that long ago. Anime history. No history found when I look at my anime history. Huh? When it shows... Okay, whatever. I'll just look it up.
Dude, one thing that I was trying to find when I was in Japan was...
Mappa. How did I not know that?
Ah, yeah, Mappa.
I should know that.
I've noticed that all the current merch they have from Kuroko and Basket pretty much cater towards women. Because they look like yep, they are into other boys.
So it's like free.
They don't like that.
You don't like it?
Just
I mean,
when
if the story is good, or if it's chill enough, or like it holds itself.
I only wanted them to go hard on the basketball, not the other ones.
Fair enough, but I mean, I don't really mind it, as long as it's a good story or something. You can have some homoerotic vibes for all I care.
I'm still at home, what would people say?
Oh! Shit. I'm the heavy. It's just demo.
Wait.
Spy.
Oh,
Just
kind of.
teleported to spawn. Alright.
I'm gonna get him.
I'm gonna get him. Go get him, son.
He's gone.
Yeah, of course. Probably teleported and ran straight back to the front line. He's gonna show up eventually.
No.
Oh, no, oh, no man, that's also just jumping around. I thought I saw him. Got him.
Wait. Oh. Almost had it.
Yeah. Exciting medic demo spam time.
Well, I might as well just Google it. It's what that is. Yeah, my enemy. Demon Slayer is animated by you, probably.
Well, then your claim might be correct. Then I will believe it actually. The facts check out.
Yeah, they just went bonkers in the fighting scene.
Yeah, you have table animation when it comes to like battles or something. It's crazy, crazy good.
Not bad. Not
Oh
bad.
nice, got a bitch slap hand. Come on. Look at all these money films. Holy hell. 7. Wow.
Oh.
Look at you. And no action. Just robots. Boring! Oh my god. Are you willing to share how much you paid for your trip to Japan? Or would you rather not? I'm just curious. You could also tell me privately if you want. I'm not gonna share it.
Depends how. The flight tickets for 1,200. To go there and come back per person. We booked 11 months in advance flight tickets.
A year ago, yeah.
Yeah. The hotels we were pretty late on because we were lazy.
Okay.
And then we started looking into it, and it was like we were stupid. And then we went to a travel agency, so we paid an extra. But then like hotels combined with the Japan Rail Pass, which is like $700 ish, I think, for 3 weeks, plus 2 days with private guides, which weren't cheap, and the hotels was 5k per person.
Like actual our currency K?
Yeah. It was a lot.
Okay. Was it worth it? Like, was it worth the money?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
That's
I'm
fair.
losing my- awesome. But you can do it a lot cheaper, especially if you plan
If you-
everything yourself.
Yeah, probably.
And
if
do
you
it a
plan
lot
it.
earlier. We booked our hotels like pretty late,
More
which you know it's more expensive if you book late.
correct planning or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's that.
Still, if it's worth it, then it's worth it.